Yes.
Like you said, in the same arena that you beat Tyson in on a phenomenal card, phenomenal main event. What are your thoughts on that opportunity for him to be on such a stage for his professional debut?
Well, I said that and told him that he was good. I told him, I said, what happened? I said, now, yours just happened to be bigger than mine. Because I fought Madison Square Garden. They had all the Olympians and all that. I said, so a lot of people hollering at us. So I said, you got me on this one. Because the fact is,
There you go. She made me do it. She made me do it.
You gotta get the picture with real.
So that being said, I mean, fighting at 54, he looks good size. Were you with him at all in camp? I know you said that you try not to train. You got other things going on.
well, you know, the thing is, for my kids, I told them, I said, why do you think I'm successful? Did nobody get it right? I said, you know why I'm successful? Because I love what I'm doing. I said, I wasn't gifted and all that. I said, you know, I said, my mama didn't read, my father didn't read. But two things they did, they outworked everybody. They hard workers. I said, you know, eventually you get it. I said, you got to find something that you love. I said, the reason why I chose boxing, I said, I can't blame nobody but myself. It's up to me to listen to what the coach said. It's my job to make the decision to what needs to be done after they explain it. I said, you got nobody to blame but yourself.
And most times in boxing, when you have a child of a legend like yourself, there's a lot of pressure, a lot of criticism. You feel that he's felt any of that pressure going into his debut?
Well, I'm sure everybody gonna feel something because don't nobody. See, I'm a Christian. He's a Christian, and so what people do when it comes down to parents, they divide you. They call you mama boy, or you doing what your daddy say, and like this. You're never gonna be better than your daddy if you don't listen to your daddy. Because your daddy or your mother got to tell you what mistakes they make. Right. That's the only way you can get past. I'm saying I got this for him because my mama said, no, I did that. I had a tongue. If one thing that you look about me, it never was my mouth or my tongue that caused me any problem. My mama said, zip it up.
Tomorrow night, the world will see your son make his debut. They'll know him as a fighter, as your son, but tell us something about him that, you know, obviously we won't see in the rings personality-wise. Just something special about your son that you'd like, you know, everybody out there to know about.
Well, you know, everybody's son is special to the parents. Right. That's it.
Right.
And that's you need to say no more because the fact of the matter is that. But no, say no. Hold on. And so you know, the thing is that I got to do it. Right. See what I'm saying?
And Evander, did you see the weigh-in just now? Kovalev missing that quarter pound?
Well, yeah. But it happened. It happened. You know what? He went in there and used the bathroom and came back out, got on the scale. These are the things that happen. Right. You know, it's amazing. I left light heavyweight. I left light heavy because I couldn't. I ran 3 miles and with a plaster on and all this and stuff like this. When I found me doing, I fought light heavyweight 3 times, and one time I fought. When I came into the ring, you know, I was dizzy. I'm telling you, I see 2 guys. The guy ain't even swung at me yet. I just think about it. Eventually something's gonna happen. I decided to move up.
Who do you think's gonna win tomorrow night? Canelo or Kovalev? Who do you think?
Well, you know, I come to fight because I don't know who's gonna win. So you know, so if I sit here and tell somebody to win, they think I'm against somebody. I ain't against nobody. But what I'm saying, I'm not against nobody. So I come to watch the fight, and when it all happens, then I go.
So I want to ask you a question about moving up. When you moved up to heavyweight, was it easier to fight those big guys or harder? I know you took a lot of punishment.
Well, the art of the game is that you got to know what's going to work for you. You got to ask yourself, if I move up, what I'm bringing to it. So the whole big thing, I knew when you fight big guys, most big guys can't fight. You know what they do? They hit hard. That's it. But you know, the art of the game is move your head, and I have faster hands. So me have faster hand and I can take the shots. I get hit. And, you know, I was accustomed to getting hit.
What you just described right now, I mean, it was kind of the situation June the 1st at the Garden between Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua. I mean, a lot of people ridiculed Ruiz not knowing his boxing ability because of his body, right?
Right.
But, you know, we saw the hand speed with the fast hands, and he was able to box and kind of set up those shots. How do you see that fight, how do you see it play out? Or what do you break it down in the rematch? What needs to be done for each fighter in order to come out successful?
Well, it's you know that it's like one person got to make the change. That's Anthony Joshua, because he lost. Because if it end up the same way, he's still gonna lose. But if it pretty much wasn't that, you know, that's Anthony Joshua's first time somebody coning him off. They just think about it. He knocked this guy down first. This guy get up, and this guy then go backward. He sort of cut him in and made him fight a little harder than he was accustomed to. And so when you ain't accustomed to fighting a back guy, having these sparring matches that your sparring partner putting this pressure on you and all that, then this is what happened. Now, great fighters make adjustments. That's what do. Great fighters make adjustments. And so if you're going to be champion one time, but to be champion 2 times, that you have to make some adjustment. And so, but if somebody never become better, you don't never have to make adjustment, and it's easy to do it. But think about the guys that always have to make adjustment.
He's losing weight right now. He feels like he wants to tone up more. Would you tell Ruiz that's maybe a bad idea, or go for it? I mean, because he won the title with the physique he had. Should he just keep that, or?
Well, you know, he got to make that decision for himself. Because the fact of the matter is that, you know, I guess if I'm talking anybody, if people tone, they feel good about it. So I'm telling you, you know, it just, you know, you wake up and you look in the mirror and say, oh, yeah, I'm good. And sometimes you look in the mirror, you don't even look at the mirror. They throw something over the mirror because they don't want to see themselves. I'm saying life's about confidence. And so, you know, I was, you know, not so much that he was that way, but when he won the title, and I told people, I said, now, you see that you're looking at somebody and think they can't do nothing just because how they look, prove you wrong. It's more than what you see.
Evander, out of all of the heavyweights today, I mean, a lot of people look at the heavyweight division now and say it's the strongest it's been since you were fighting in the early 90s. Which one of the current heavyweights do you think would have been the most difficult style matchup for you?
All of them. I'm saying, you know, Anthony Joshua is the guy that the most decorated. I think he can make a lot of adjustment now, but he got to prove it now. But you know, Deontay, I'm saying that style that he do have. I'm saying, like, just think about it. Most guys just throw 2 jab, and throw the right hand down the middle. He got a better chance at knocking guys out because his arm is a lot longer and he used it to his best ability. Now Ruiz, the guy that'll chase you down. You're not in shape. You're gonna lose that fight because he gonna fight that every round that way, and he take good shots.
Did he do that to you when you was 19?
Well,
when you was 19?
Now he was 19. I was 46, and I was trying to get away from it. I said, God, so, like, I knew after. Now I sparred with him about 4 to 5 weeks, and usually at some point in time in sparring, I catch the guy and bust him up. Never did get a chance to bust him up, and he's the first guy that I ever said, I never want to box. I said, God damn. I said, I got to get out the game. I was called, this is the first person I realized I can't beat. Because he had youth on his side, so he gonna always get better. Like this, you know, when you're older, you can outthink people. But if you can't out-hustle them, it's gonna come to the end that you're gonna get busted up.
And Evander, you know, last one for me. What do you think about that Wilder-Ortiz fight? That's gonna be right here in 3 weeks.
Well, I don't know why that Wilder did it.
Right.
Somehow you beat the very best, the guy that nobody wanted to fight, that nobody accepted the invitation to fight him. You beat him? Okay, go on. You did it. Why give a guy another chance who that good? But he chose to do it, and so let's see, can he do it again?
I mean, wouldn't you say at this point in his career, I mean, no telling how much longer Wilder has. He's been doing it for a while, but maybe his legacy, wanting to prove, you know, the doubters wrong, say that he can't fight a southpaw, say that the person that had him hurt the most, that almost had him knocked out, that he can get back and beat him. I mean, this is only going to be a second rematch, and the last one we saw how that ended.
Well, you know, the thing is that, you know, Wilder, he got a lot of confidence. I'm like, he's the only person I ever seen. I'm like, I'm very confident. And sometimes I just look at him, I say, but I started boxing at 8 years old, so I knew all this stuff. He started boxing at about 19 or 20. I'm talking, how many people at 19, 20, when they get hit, they come forward? Most people, they go backwards. Because he come forward, he get too close for the guy that hit him. Because he taller than them. I'm saying he's a smart guy, and got a lot of confidence. And confidence is the key to victory.
Evander, when you were talking about sparring Andy Ruiz when he was 19, he was still kind of a big, kind of chubby kid then. Was that unassuming to you, or did you already know?
No, he cut the ring off me just like after me chasing me down like he was the champ. I couldn't even believe that, you know. And I was like dancing around. I said, I can't believe this kid keep cutting me off like this and stuff, disrespecting me, like this stuff like this. And I realized that he only know one way to fight, and this is what he did, and I'm saying he was good at it. Fast hand.
Evander, really quick, last one for me. See, you're doing some acting, coming to America too, correct?
Well, yeah, they're gonna have me in there.
And talk to us about just being able to kind of, step outside of, the fight world and be able to do something like that. It's heard some of the filming is actually taking place at your old house in Atlanta, correct?
Well, yeah, you're right. But the thing is that it's other people who tend to think, it can work. Because the fact is, I can't talk about it if you're going to make me give out something I shouldn't give out. Then they're going to say, why did I put him on there? It's just the whole thing, because you're not supposed to talk about it. It's supposed to talk about it. It's supposed to be a surprise to people.
Have you been back to the house yet?
Of course I have.
I know Rick Ross is there now, correct?
Yeah, no problem,
Does it bring back any memories back from?
No, I paid $20 million for the house. I paid $20 million for the house, and it kind of bothered me. I don't need to talk about it.
Evander, you boxed Nikolai Valuev and you boxed Riddick Bowe, two very big, ultimately very different types of skills. But how would you have prepared to fight somebody like Tyson Fury, who's that big and that unorthodox?
Well, Tyson Fury is a boxer. He's a good boxer. I'm telling you, it's kind of hard to prepare for a guy like this because you know what? He got awkward move, but he got a lot of energy. He got a lot of energy, and he's a very good fighter. And and it was amazing how he got off that ground. Now, because my whole thing is that now usually when you fall on the ground like that, you know what they do? You try to get up, they won't let you get up. No, they won't let you do it because they say you hurt like this. But they tend to they let him get off the ground, then they gave him more time. And I don't think that was fair. That was fair at all. Because fair is like you can't. If you ask the guy he's all right, then you can't sit here and keep talking and give him a test. So they gave him more time. I thought that was wrong. But it was an amazing thing for him to get off being that hurt and then start winning the round when he started boxing.
Now, you're considered by many to be the greatest cruiserweight of all time. We've got Alexander Usyk, who's just made his heavyweight debut, former undisputed cruiserweight champion. What do you make of Usyk's move up to heavyweight, and what advice would you give him as somebody who's an undisputed cruiserweight champion moving up?
Well, the fact is he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter, and and I find that the guy from Russia, right? Ukraine. I'm talking about as part of Russia, somewhere around that, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is that I'm so glad now that boxing used to be an American thing. Now everybody's in it. it's a world thing now. You see that anybody, all them people who poor, who willing to go through something, they'll fight. And so you show you that, at the end of given time, if they practice enough, they're going to eventually win.
What was the most difficult part for you moving up from cruiserweight to heavyweight?
It wasn't. I didn't have a different time. My whole thing is that the guys were bigger than me, but I was the youngest of 9 in my family. And my mama told me as a kid, because I used to cry all the time because they ain't never let me win. My mama said, in life ain't nobody going to ever let you win. So if you somebody always knows something that you don't know, but you'll eventually catch on. And so the whole big thing is how big the drive, how you think. My whole thing, I'm a winner. And so it don't matter how many times you have setback, because setback pays the way for a comeback. And so the comeback, if you keep coming back because you had a setback, you're going to be better than everybody. You will be more consistent than the person who never did lose. Because when people don't usually make mistakes, then when they make one, they get embarrassed. But a person who comes to make a mistake, they don't get embarrassed. They just, I got hit right there. What you got to do? Put your hands up where you want to get hit right there. So that's the order of the game.
Well, Evander, real quick, you're a fighter that took a lot of risks in his career. Now,